Let's see if it's gonna come on. Anyway, I'm Warren. I figure I'm gonna try this again. Last time I tried it, I couldn't seem to access the chat box. Studied on it a little bit, and just wondering how this is gonna work. Hopefully it comes out okay. Anyways, I'm here in South Carolina. Old mechanic, biker, kind of stay out here by myself in the woods. Uh, have chatted with several folks online here and on YouTube. Hopefully, I can get this set up to where we can talk. And so far, okay, it's showing me I've been on 15 seconds. It shows I've got a chat box. I got to figure out how to work this thing. The biggest problem I have with it so far, I'm going to change camera angle here a minute. See if I can. Come on. Got it locked. It will not let me rotate. Anyway, take these three dots over here and see that. No. Nope, don't want that one. Oh, live chat. All message visible. Let's see if that works. Guess I'm not going to see a message if nobody's here. Anyways, this was on and out, so I'm not disappointed. Anyhow, give it a few minutes. See what happens. Playing with these settings. See. Okay, live chat. That's the one I want. Okay. Wait and see what she does. Beautiful day out here. The scenery out the front door here is gorgeous. See if I can turn the camera around where you can see it. Ooh, too much light. Not gonna be able to see much like that. But anyways, I'm surprised the lighting in here is as good as it is. Very clear. But anyway, howdy all the friends that I've been talking with on your channels and other friends that join in. I've enjoyed it very much. Good way to pass the time. Meet new people, talk about things we do, what we're interested in, and share some information as to how to do things, and just in general, talk and have a good time. Anyways, see, I've got 0 watching, which doesn't surprise me any because it's middle of the day. It's, I want to say about 1 o'clock here. Can't see the clock right now. The screen's got it taken up. Alright, there's one more button here. I want to see what it does. So if you lose me, oops, I boo-booed. Okay, it turns the camera around. Now maybe I can get you a shot of the outside there. Not much better, but a little bit. That big old field out there is just about, a fifth of the acreage here. Old motorcycle sitting there. Very beautiful land out here. A lot of trees, scenery. A lot of wildlife to watch. We got turkeys. We got deer. We got raccoon, turtles. A lot of fish down in the pond. Later on, I'll carry the camera down to the pond and get a good shot of that. Some good fishing out there too. Nice bass. A bunch of them out there, anywhere from 2 pound right on up to about 15. A lot of brim, crappie, smallmouth, bluegill. Some catfish, not too many though. A lot of stumps out there. It's a challenge to fish, but once you kind of learn the spots, it's fun. Anyways, I'm gonna turn this camera back around. A little lawnmower I'm working on. That's one of the things I do. I've been heavily in the small engines for well over 35 years. Anyways, Let's see, what is that in the corner over there? Can't figure it out. Oh, that's just something sitting up on top of my old grill. Anyways, I'm gonna flip this back around. Well, let's try something here. I'm waiting to see if anybody comes in. We're gonna flip this camera lens around and see if anybody comes in. And whilst I am, unhook from the tether of the charger here. And we'll just go have a little walk around the property. Coming out the front door of the building here. There's an old homemade welder that I built several years ago. A couple of lawnmowers I'm working on. A little motorcycle I'm gonna rebuild. And there's my old Ford F-250, nice truck. I was walking out here, give you kind of a view of the field and whatnot. Lighting's not very good today, but I guess we'll get through it. There's one of the fields beside the house. Backup generator there. Pretty good sized field there, about 15 acres. And there's the front of the building. And panning back around here. Beautiful skies out here. There's a motorcycle. She's an everyday rider. Yeah, you can tell by the seat she sits out in the weather a lot. And over in the distance, there's my Airstream. That's where I stay. Pretty nice. Could be better. I need to do a little maintenance on it. And we're going to walk down and have a look at the pond. This path I'm going down here is about 100 yards long. A little overgrown right now. That's going to change here shortly. I got to get one more good grass cutting in before the winter season. Get it kind of piled up, get it burned off so I don't have to worry about fire. It's a beautiful place down there. Oh boy, did we have a lot of rain. Right where I'm walking right now was underwater 2 or 3 days ago. Remnants off that last hurricane we had. Beautiful woodland out here. Feel privileged to be here. Like I was saying in an earlier video, I became caretaker of this place. The owner lives up in Maryland and couldn't be here to watch over the place, so again, a close friend of the guy that has passed on. I kind of got the job of watching over the place, and I do enjoy it out here. And if she happens to be watching, thank you very much. I do appreciate you giving me the privilege of being here and enjoying this place. It's a little bit right now from all the wind and everything. Oh God, mosquitoes! A little bit of trash scattered around. But that's no big deal. I'll get that cleaned up. We're coming up on the pond here, and this skeeter won't leave me alone. Excuse the camera bouncing around. And spotting skeeter. God, get off of me. I'm about to get into where we can see the pond. There's my old 49 Arizona boat. Turned upside down there. I think I just stepped in an ant bed. Nope, bottle pine straw. And you can see where the water rushing back this way washed up a bunch of pine straw. There's another friend of mine's boat. And There's the lake. Beautiful lake. A lot of stumps out there. The water's up right now. Boy, when it's low though. Oop, did you see that? Nice fish out there. Got many turtles also. I wish the light was a little better so you could see this a little better. Water's pretty calm today. See the sky in it. That's beautiful. I'm still not seeing my chat. I've got to figure that out. Anyways, I see I've got one watching, and hello there. Not sure who you are. Got to figure that chat out and get rid of these skeeters. Over here was kind of our little hangout place. Old gas grill there still works good. Little building that my friend and I built. I haven't done much with it, but it's a pretty solid little building. We built it out of all stuff that we just picked up here and there. It's all homemade. There's a little more shot of the woods. There's a burn barrel. Wish I had a nickel for every fire we ever had in that. And let's see if I can get a shot of the house from down here. You can tell about how far it is from the house to the pond. And let's see, if you look closely, right about the center of the picture there, you'll see a peak of the roof. Pretty nice sized place out here. All right. Boy, the mosquitoes are terrible. Ain't been this bad in a long time. I guess it's all the water. Okay, I'm gonna flip this back around. And see, I can figure out how to see the chat. I'll touch it and it's showing live chat, all message visible, which is what I want, but I can't see it. I can't seem to get the phone to rotate. Maybe that's the way I'm supposed to see it, but I can't. It needs to unlock. Whoop, I just saw somebody's message there. Where'd it go? Can't get that unlocked. What in the world? Anybody got a suggestion? I don't know. Anyways, like I said, I'm into mechanic work, electrical work. I worked on sewing machines. About anything you want to talk about, I probably touched on it. I've done tree work. That's a lot of fun. Also very dangerous. That's been a few years back, though. Getting a little old to be climbing. But I still enjoy running the stump grinder, running chainsaws. Like I said, I'm doing this on a cell phone, so if the video's a little jumpy and a little bouncy, I apologize for that. Anyhow, whoever that is out there watching, I can't seem to get this top chat up. It's showing me the picture of it. I can touch on it. And it shows me top chat, live chat, or none. So let me try top chat, see if that'll give me a chat box. Fatboy440, all right. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you stopping in. I guess that's the way that I do. I see messages. I can only see one at a time. Unfortunately, it's not like me being on somebody else's channel where I can see them all. But anyways, hope I did okay. And y'all know a little bit more about me. Feel free to share and whatever, if you like it, just let me know. I'm more or less doing this for something to pass the time, chat with friends. There's a whole lot of you out there I talk to have no idea what I look like or anything, or what I was about. I'm this old country boy, love to ride my motorcycles. little to cut up and have fun, uh, and just enjoy meeting good people. And I've met quite a few good people on YouTube here. And anyways, I just figured I'd get in here and at least add a little content to my phone. Fat Boy, I am in South Carolina. I am just off of exit 14195. Oh, you're in Tennessee, cool. If I'm gonna flip the view around here just a second, and I'm gonna do you a shot. That would be about exit 141 and a half, straight in front of me. Okay, just behind those trees is I-95, and that is at about exit 141 and a half, or mile marker 141 and a half. Come up another half mile, come off the ramp, and take a right, and come down about a mile and a half, and then you can come in here. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. And I seen you're in Tennessee. Cool. That's beautiful country up there. Okay. Gotta touch the screen to get my chat box. I don't know. I'm just learning this. Bear with me. And doing it on a cell phone is a little bit different. You were in Myrtle Beach for a while. Yeah, good place to visit. I just never cared for all the, oh geez, you're in the own part of the season. It's just too busy. I call it too commercialized. I've been down there for bike week and this, that, and the other. Yeah, nice place to visit. I don't believe I'd want to live there though. I like the country. Yes, it does. They about want to charge you to take a pee down there. And traffic, if you got an air-cooled motorcycle with no fan on it, it is brutal on your motorcycle. Last time I went down there, I was riding my 850 Guzzi, which is a 75 mile, and it was like 120 degrees above the pavement. I had a little thermometer on the handlebars, and it was showing me 120 degrees. So nevertheless, I'd ride a block or so, and I'd pull over somewhere and park and let her cool. It was just murder on the bike. Yeah, I enjoyed it when I went down there. I more enjoyed just walking around and talking to people and, going to all those events and stuff, which the events are okay. Just, I'd rather just, hang out, meet people, talk about motorcycles, modifying them, working on them, all that kind of stuff. I have yet to figure out how to get this camera where it looks straight at me. It looks like I'm looking down from the ground. Oh, okay, I got to hold it. Well, it's still at an angle. Must be something in my settings. I might have to look into that. But no, I've been to Daytona. Been at many events around here. I used to be a member of ABATE. Helped out with the poker runs and stuff. That's a lot of fun. That is. Especially when you get to the end of the run and do the bike games and everything. I used to love that. That was a lot of fun. It's been a few years, but still remember it. Glad I got to experience those things. So, Fat Boy, you ride? I don't know how bad the lag is on this. I know when I'm on Pawpaw's channel or a couple of the others there, I know sometimes I have about an 8-minute lag. I'll put my comment in, and sometimes it'll be up to 8 to 12 minutes before you even see it. Roaches pay half the room rent. No, I think they're permanent residents down there. And several other places. That old joke about the Roach Motel, yeah. It's bad. I guess it's because a lot of the Indians own them, and they really don't care about anything but profit. I'm sorry to say that. Nothing on them, but that's just the way it seems. But no, I really enjoy riding. Uh, Next to riding, I guess most enjoyable other thing is turning wrenches, welding, and stuff like that. Probably one reason why I like uh, Papa's channel doing it cheap so much. He gets in all kinds of neat stuff that I'm also into. Small engines, working on tractors and building stuff. Yeah, I'm into all that. Uh, that golf cart you got, I am curious what kind of engine you got in there. It sounds like a snowmobile engine, a twin cylinder two stroke. Am I right? These skeeters don't leave me alone. I'm gonna have a transfusion. Jeez. Welcome to South Carolina, land of the boats. Okay, I see somebody else just popped in, but I don't know who it is yet. That's right. Papa is a good man. He's very knowledgeable. He's the one taught me how to make wine, which I had a good idea how to do it, but his way of doing it is just the simplest, easiest way I've ever done it. I've made several gallons since I started watching him. I started watching him way back when he first did the world's most dangerous lawnmower. Well, that kind of got me hooked on YouTube. I was just flipping around in there one day, didn't see nothing much I was really interested in, and I come up on that title, and I said, I got to check this out. I've been watching him ever since. I subscribed the same day, I think. That's been a couple of years ago. It's been a while. Listening around, I thought I might have heard a deer. Ooh, got a bunch of deer here too. A bunch of them. And it's a from where I'm sitting to 95 is about, I want to say 300 to 400 yards. And behind me, it is almost 8/10 of a mile to the nearest road. Over to this way, which would be back toward the curve of 95 where the exit is. It's over a mile that way. Nobody lives in that area. And if I go in that direction straight, it's 8/10 of a mile to the next house. And from that direction, it's a mile and a half, I think it is, to the very nearest house. So I'm pretty much out here in the wide open middle of it. It's quiet, a lot of wildlife. Like I said, turkeys, got a bunch of them here. Hey, thank you. Thank you there, 440. I'm glad I was able to get on here and y'all see what it looked like. I hope I didn't mess your screens up or break your cameras. Ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but I'm just me. I don't uh, I don't put on no airs. I'm me. Let's give you another. You get a little different perspective on the lake here, so I can give y'all another view of that. It's gorgeous out here. Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera around for a second here. Look at that. Clouds are looking beautiful today too. if I can catch some wildlife in here. Well, they're being shy today, other than the turtles and the fish. Yeah, I agree with you there. Women's supposed to be pretty. We the ones that's supposed to go out and make the living, right? That'd be the far tip. I guess this place would be classified as a lake because it's stream fed, and that would be way up around that corner there, about 250 yards away. A little small stream comes in there. Yeah, good to see you in here. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, the lake runs off in that direction. Oh, geez, it's well over a quarter mile. And if you keep coming on around the corner, right about in that area is where the little dam is, and it runs off into a pretty good sized canal. Used to be a bunch of beavers down there, but somebody decided to trap them. The original owner was highly irritated about that. I wish they were back. I used to love to watch them out here playing. They were something else too. They would sneak up on you if you was out there in the boat late in the evening. They would sneak up under the water and get on the opposite side that you were looking from and slap the tail on the top of the water and scare the dickens out of you. And then they'd swim off on their back and look at you like they were laughing. They were a hoot to be around. Geez, I miss them. I have a bunch of cranes out here too, the little brown ones, and we have a bunch of blue herons. And I have got some herons out here that I think they're mixed breed because they got some brown, some blue, and some white on them. Beautiful birds. The old door there is going in this little building over here. If I can turn it. I got to turn it where the building's behind me. That little building there, one that me and my friend built not too long before he actually got shot. He got murdered, which, oh well. There's people in the world like that. Man would give you the shirt off his back and somebody just comes up there and shoots him. Couldn't believe it. But anyways, okay, I see I got 4 in there. Hi everybody. I can only see the chat when somebody actually says something. And I'm not sure how much of a lag I got here. But anyways, silver, let's see. Yeah, it was a sad day. I couldn't believe it when I heard about it. I just no, I didn't believe it. But it happened, and it was one of only a couple of days I wasn't here, but it happened. If I'd have been here, it might have turned out good, it might have turned out bad. Either we'd have both been gone, or we'd have both still been here. But that's life, I guess. Bad things happen sometimes. But anyways, checking out the pond out there. Thought I saw a fish or two. There are some whoppers out there. The bass, God, the bass fishing is great out there almost any time. Either early in the morning or just as it's starting to get sundown. Best time to go out there and fish. A couple of the spots out there pretty hot for bigmouth bass. Got some smallmouth bass out there too. Looking for a deer. I'd like to get y'all a good shot of a deer standing out in the field, but they're being shy right now. Sometimes they come out during the middle of the day. Of course, it is hunting season. That's why they're being shy. Well, guys, I've been rambling on for about 30 minutes now. Appreciate y'all being here. And I'll try to make this a eveningly thing. Hey, Dreamweaver, good to see you. anyways, I'm gonna try to make this an evening like thing, and just get in here and ramble on a little bit. Maybe give me some suggestions. What you might like to see. Maybe I'm all the time working on something. I want to see some boring wrench turning, or maybe I do soup up those little mopeds. Maybe I'll do if I can figure out how to record to get it video and get it to play back. I might record doing a soup up job on one of those, porting and polishing, that kind of thing. Hey, thank you. Didn't quite catch the name. It got away from me quick enough. Said, nice seeing the place. Yeah, this place is beautiful. I feel blessed to be out here. It doesn't belong to me. It's, like I say, I'm caretaker of it. I keep people from coming back here and making a mess of it. Oh, that was Streamweaver. Yeah, it's a beautiful place out here. I can hunt anytime I want, go fishing anytime I want. It's a very relaxing lifestyle out here. I say I'm currently unemployed. I'm just doing side jobs, working on lawnmowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, mopeds occasionally, motorcycles, four-wheelers, that kind of thing. Keeps me going. Supposed to be going to work with a tree service. I went and worked with them a couple of days grinding stumps. The ball that had been years since I'd done it. Nice place to distress. Hell, I don't distress out here. I relax and just unwind. You can hear it's quiet, other than a little bit of traffic out there on 95. Very quiet. Early in the morning, you can hear the Canadian geese coming in. Hear the turkeys out there cutting the food. Every now and then I'll get a thump on the side of my Airstream, like really early in the morning. Seems I've got a little buck that likes to come up there and bump the side of it. I've caught him a couple of times. He's a young one. He's probably a year old at the most. Little small boy. I don't bother him. I let him go. Oh wow, groundwork is it ain't the worst part of it. Climbing is the worst part. And yeah, groundwork, that's backbreaking work. I did a lot of the chainsaw. I did a lot of climbing. Of course, I was a lot younger back then. I think I started when I was about 26, 27, and stayed at it pretty steady till I was about 31. I took a break from that for a while after Hurricane Andrew. I saved up quite a bit of money. I was making good money, and I bought my home place there, and pretty much didn't do anything but work on small engines for a couple of years after that. And then I took a job at a sewing plant after that. And stayed there for 12 years. I enjoyed that. That was something new and interesting. And since I'm good with mechanical stuff and figuring things out, I had no formal schooling at it, but picked it up within weeks. And when I got going good at it, I was working on 130 needle quilters and all that stuff. Didn't want to do any climbing off at the top of the fuse. Yeah, it's dangerous. You got to be very careful, and it's very physical. I only weigh about 132, 135 now. Back when I was climbing, I weighed 165 to 168, and there wasn't no fat on me. There was no place to put any fat. It was all muscle. But I guess as you get older and slow down a little bit, you kind of get away from that kind of thing. I guess self-preservation is one of the things, because you get to thinking, I'm up here 60 foot in the air. What happens if a piece of my equipment breaks or a limb breaks up under me when I'm not tied in? Or, God forbid, make a cut the wrong way and it comes back on top of you and pins you. I never had that problem, but I'm very careful with what I've done. I'm very precise with it. But after a while, it just got a bit too nerve-wracking. I had to let go of that. Been into racing motorcycles. I didn't actually race on a circle track. I had a little drag racer. Yeah, me too, Dreamwheeler. Much younger. But now drag racing motorcycles. That was when I was kind of young and I healed pretty quick. Fortunately, I never went down drag racing. I had a ball with it. I had a little old two-stroke 350 Yamaha. Uh, Done some good runs on it. I ran the eighth of a mile on the Sundays, and I think my best time I turned in was a 667, which turned out to be a record at the track for under 500 cc. But I found out I was spending a lot more money than I was making on it, and I finally just stopped with it. I mean, it was a blast. I mean, you couldn't spend that small amount of money and have that much fun anywhere else, but it got to be more of a dead expense than anything else. I miss it. I still hope to go back. Yeah, I have. I've done a lot of stuff. I wish everybody could have the chance to experience life as I experienced it. If it was something I was interested in, I'd go for it. I even went water skiing once or twice. Did pretty good. Got up the first time, but every time I went, I'd wind up wiping out. One of the times I went, this was ultimate. It was fun. I wiped out. I guess I headbutted this bass. He's like a foot and a half long. He was a big bass. I guess it partially knocked him out. So when I stopped tumbling, I looked around and there he is. I reached over and grabbed him by the gill and picked him up. And the guy that was pulling me in the boat come back around and he says, I done seen it all now. Wipe out on a pair of skis and come up with a trophy bass. Well, about that time, the bass come back to his senses and started wiggling around, so I just turned him loose. I wish I got a picture of it. It was hilarious. Oh, I went paraplaning one time. First time I'd ever flew, period. Never been in an airplane. And I was the pilot. That was a trip. I had a blast. I got that thing up to like, I think it was 2,500 feet. Yeah, catch a fish. Yeah, it was totally an accident, but it was hilarious. But yeah, I took that paraplane up to about 2,500 feet. First time I'd ever flew, period, much less being the pilot. I was a little nervous at first, but once I got it up there about 400 or 500 feet, it was like, wow, this is so cool. And I actually landed it beautifully, no problem at all. I'd helped the guy work on it, so I knew how everything worked on it. So, other than just a few tips, what to do to get it off the ground, that was all the training I needed on it. I had a ball with it. Oh God, I've been on here almost 40 minutes now. Cool. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, the wind's picking up a little bit on the lake there. Ain't quite as calm as it was when I first walked down. Traffic out there on 95 picking up a little bit too. I see a bunch of trucks. I don't know how I'm doing on battery here. So if all of a sudden just go boop, you'll know what happened. Anyways, hang on. I had it pretty much charged before I started this. It should be okay for a few more minutes. So let me turn this camera around here. There's the old Weber grill down here at the pond. It's a little ragged, but it still cooks just fine. God, how many fish have we cooked on that thing? There, yeah, we're good. Addictive live stream. Yeah, it is fun. I agree with you, How. Getting a little perspective of as we're headed back out. But that's the path that I came down. And it goes back up toward the house. Matter of fact, I'm gonna walk back up that way and get a little more footage of the woods out here. Like I say, it is gorgeous. I love being out in the country. I'd rather be out in the country anytime than being in a city. The only time I go uptown is when I need to go shopping or maybe visit a friend. That's about it. I lived in the city for about 2 years. It was miserable. The only reason I lived there, it was close to work. I just never got into it. I had a lot of fun with the mopeds there, though. I didn't have to ride one. I just messed with them because they were fun. I liked to work on them and soup them up. Me and a little group would get together every Saturday evening and go riding. And it was a blast. I think the fastest few that we've had in the group run about 55 miles an hour. Hey, Ridge Runner, how's it going, man? Getting a little better at keeping the video straight there. When I first started with this, I was bouncing all over the place. I need to get me one of those, I guess you'd call it a heavy stick. I'm doing great there, Ridge Runner. Just thought I'd jump in here and do a little live. I haven't figured out how to do the videos yet, how to get them from record to put them on the air. Of course, it's just a cell phone. You got to do things a little different than on a PC. I don't have an internet connection out here other than that. Yeah, it was wet here. Oh boy, that sun's giving my camera a devil glare. That's okay, I'll be turning the corner in a minute and put it behind me. Let's see if you can get yeah, there's the antenna I built several years ago. It's about 64 channels over the air. God, I'm surprised I could even get that, as bright as that sun is. Let's come around the corner here. That's the house building. And show you a little more of the field out here. Oh, cool. Thumbs up to Dreamweaver there. Giving you a hand with it. I just kind of stumbling and bumbling on mine, kind of figuring it out. I got to figure the video part out. I haven't figured that out yet. I just kind of accidentally figured this out. There's my Airstream. Her old canopy's about shot, but other than that, she's in pretty good shape. I'm thinking about just going ahead and taking that old canopy off of it and go ahead and put me a little permanent partial porch up there, and then running it off the other side. Maybe just get one of those little garage buildings and put it up over it and let the back post just about touch it so that I got a front porch. Move the whole thing forward about 15-20 feet so that it clears this pole. That way I can have a little sitting area all the way down the front of it. And it's out here, no shade. That's what I'm thinking about, putting something over the top of it. Anyway, this is a other field that I didn't get much of a view of. Cool, Dreamweaver. Yeah, it's been an experience for me. I mean, it's different. I've done ham radio and enjoyed that. Of course, there's no video on that. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. I feel blessed to be able to be here. Like I was saying earlier, it don't belong to me. I'm just caretaker over it. I am in South Carolina, about the central part of it. Closest two cities to me are Sumter and Florence. I'm off of exit 141, I-95. Matter of fact, if I'm looking at the camper this way, if you shoot a straight line out there, that's the closest to 95 I am. That's about 700 yards from where my camper sits. But there's trees all the way around me, so I don't see it much, I just hear it. And it's very peaceful out here. I love it. Trying to catch a deer looking out here at us. Usually in this field, one will be somewhere around right about, let's see, right about there, right near the tree line. That's where I took my first buck out here. That's been 3-4 years ago now. But he was a nice one. Older buck. He was only 5-point, but his horns were huge, thick. Well, he should have been an 8-point. He had 3 tines broke off. 40 went. Oh, you're not so far away. Northwest of Charlotte. Yeah. Only about, 2.25, 2.5 hours from me. I'd say 140. If you hit 141, or if you hit I-95, come south, and it'll be exit 141. Yeah, we are pretty close. I get my bike and everything straightened out. It needs some work. I just ride it short distances right now. Having a problem with the tires and stuff. Get my bike straightened back out during the summer next year. If I'm headed toward North Carolina, I'll look you up. Let's get a shot of the driveway going out. This driveway's a little over half a mile long. Got some peach trees and odds and ends out here. They're not very well kept now. I'm not as good at it as he was, but I do try to keep them growing. They're all still alive. Okay, that's the driveway going out. And it's over a half a mile to the road. Put this camera back around. Walk back into the house where the lighting's a little better. Well, actually, lighting ain't bad out here. God, look at that sky. That's beautiful. Getting a bit warm out here too. Got to be about 80, 82. In here and get situated. Roll me up a cigarette. Plug the charger back in. I don't know what my battery status is because I can't see it. I don't want her to go dead on us. Okay, she's charging. Just right. Okay. Got me one of them little cigarette machines. Works pretty good sometimes. Usually it only packs the thing about half full. Kind of a waste your papers up. But it's a whole lot cheaper than buying them at the store. Good Lord. Only about 70 cents a cart or a pack this way. It works out about $7 a carton. I can't beat that. Nasty habit though. I wish I could give it up. I have quit before. One thing I hate, they don't, in the package tobacco, they don't have cigarette cut in the flavors of like, it's always pipe cut, so you have to sit there and crumble it. I think it's part of the problem with it rolling properly. It's just too long to cut. Without knocking the camera over. Oh, no, I'm gonna have to move it. Just a minute. Yep, another half roll one. Oh well, it'll smoke. I'm cutting back on my smoking. Look at that. Ain't that cute? Yeah. Yeah. That's the problem. I stayed quit for, wow, 15 years. And for some reason one day I picked one back up. Didn't smoke much for a long time. And the next thing I know, I was smoking a pack a day. But it is a nasty habit. If anybody asks me, I tell them don't ever start. I mean, yeah, it's relaxing. And it kind of calms your nerves a little bit. But all in all, it ain't worth it. Wow, Ridge Runner. Kudos to that. I noticed you use the debate, which I've got one, but my coal's bad in it. And when it's working properly, I don't ever pick a cigarette up. I prefer the flavor of it a whole lot more than I do the cigarettes. But it's so unreliable. So even when I'm doing the vape, I'll keep a pack of cigarettes laying around in case it quits on me. Uh, the coil on it last time I quit with it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. Uh, the cotton has got so weak in it that you put your juice in there, you hit it a couple, 3 times, you sit it down, next thing you know it's dripping. So I was wasting more of the juice than I was using, so I just snap until I get me a new coil to go in there and just let it sit. That's good when it's old scaling, 100 watt. Oh, let's see, where did I put it? I want to show you guys my weed eater. I have a problem with the gas tank on it. I come up with a neat way to fix it. Let me see where I got it sitting. I'll give you all a quick shot of it. Where did I put the thing? Oh, there it is. Jeez, I got it buried in a pile of stuff. Get it out where you can see it. Okay. This is what you do when your gas tank breaks. And they don't make them no more. But it was a cheap fix. And I was right tickled with the way it works. That's a Gatorade bottle. The original tank went back here up under, which it was broke, and I couldn't find one. And even if I could have, they were right expensive. Well, there's about a $2.75 fix. Empty Gatorade bottle, and I had to extend the lines. But it works good. That thing holds 16 ounces. You can weed eat for a while. And of course, that one's souped up. I don't own a two-stroke that ain't souped up. Yeah, I enjoyed doing it too. I'm like, why can't I do that? I said, wait a minute. I put gas in a Gatorade bottle plenty of times. They're pretty well gas resistant. So I sit down and very carefully drilled the holes in the cap where the line would fit tight. Made the little bracket to hold it up and put it on there. I hadn't had a minute's trouble with it since. I run out of gas before it does now. And it, like I say, it is souped up. It originally would handle maybe one piece on each side of 130 line. Now I can put 3 on each side and it don't even back off. It will sling some stuff. It turns about probably 14 grand, which is fast for a little two-stroke like that. I worry about it. Well, I do tear it. I can't use a bump head on it. It'll sling it apart. Yeah, Ridge Runner. It's cheaper that way, and you learn something every time you do it. It's a ongoing learning process. You just look around and go, what have I got to fix that with? And you start coming up with ideas, and it's a lot of fun. I like fixing things like that. That's why I got into Pawpaw's channel so good. I'm like, wow, he does stuff like I do. And I started watching him. I've been hooked ever since. That was my first experience with YouTube. I happened to run across that. I said, wow, there's something neat. And I started watching his channel. Try one more here and see if I can't get it to roll me a whole one. I hope so. Yeah, you got that right, Ridge Runner. Cheaper is better. And a lot of times, it works better than it did when it was new. Like I said, I run out of gas before it does now. That thing will run for about an hour on a tank of gas. If you steady going an hour with a weed eater that size, uh, you're pretty much ready to take a break and get you some water. Because you dehydrate out there running it much longer than that. Last time I ran it was, about 6 weeks ago. And I run almost a full tank of gas out of it. I was ready to sit it down after that. I cleaned up all in front of the building here and around the truck, around the Airstream. And it does a great job. I wish they would make a cell phone battery that will last longer than about an hour. Well, mine, if I'm just toting it around, it'll go for 6 hours, and I have to charge it before it gets too low. It's getting a little warm here. I'm starting to feel a little perspiration. That's okay. It's cooler than it has been being. Oh, geez, right after that hurricane, all the humidity, and it being 85 or 90 degrees. Holy crap, it was almost unbearable. Go out there and do anything, you wash down and sweat in no time. Oh, that's about a 3/4 one there. Anyway, guys, was right about an hour here. I didn't think I would stay on this long. Like I say, it's habit forming, and it's kind of fun getting to chat with friends. It's just great. Like surf, pier fishing. Oh, I have been several times and always enjoyed it. That's fun. It's a challenge throwing against that wind, but yeah, very, very rewarding. I've been pier fishing a couple of times and surf fished once. Didn't catch much doing the surf fishing, but caught several fish. I have no idea what some of them were because I'm not used to saltwater fishing. I caught one little tiny stingray. He was that big. But that was fun. I thought I had something big on there. Them little guys can pull. Caught a little sand shark one time. Yeah, it was enjoyable. Uh, I'm just the closest place I can go is about 65 miles from here, so I don't go very often. But every now and then I'll take off and go down to the beach, do a little fishing. I actually prefer pond or lake fishing. I like the bass, and if I go down to Santee, I like to catch me a nice sized catfish and cook me up a catfish stew. That's good eating. I got a recipe that was back from pre-teenage years. I learned it. I think I was about 10 years old. One of my uncles, he cooked one of the best catfish stews around. I ain't never forgot his recipe. Of course, I added things to it, but it's good. And yeah, I've been making a bunch of Papa's wine. I got, God, let me see. I only got one here that's ready to be flavored. That one there, I used 1 3/4 cups of sugar and just a little over half teaspoon of the yeast. And I found that comes out more to my flavor. I don't like it real sweet, but I don't like it real dry either. It's kind of in the middle. And the best flavored I have made yet is the strawberry kiwi. I just use a whole pack of Kool-Aid to one of these jugs, and I flavor it as I pour it off. I've got a funnel. Where did I put that thing? I guess it's over there the same. Anyway, I bought a brand new filtered uh, transmission pump, brand spanking new. And then I went and got one of the reusable coffee filters, which is just a plastic screen basket. And I put that down in it so it gets double filtered. And I put my flavor in the top basket. I just sit there and carefully pour it off into another jug. And when I'm done, give it a couple of shakes, put it in the refrigerator, and it's ready to drink. It's stout. Yeah, it's probably 12 to 14% average. Had a couple little batches come off at well over 16, but it was a bit too sweet for me. You got to ramp up the sugar to get the extra out of it. 1 1/4 cups of sugar, yeah, that'll make it a little bit dry. It's still just about as strong, but a little bit dry. I prefer it somewhere between dry and sweet. But, like I said, that strawberry kiwi, ooh, it's good. And the one I kind of tagged Halloween is orange Kool-Aid with it, and it is sneaky. It tastes just like an orange crush soda. You don't even taste the alcohol, but it's there. it's it's very smooth. There's no bite to it. But have yourself about a 16-ounce glass. You don't want no more. Oh yeah, 1 1/4 cups of sugar. I'll tell you something else about that too. You'll have very little residue in the bottom. It it pretty well uses everything up. The only thing you'll have left is the spent yeast. I just dropped an ash here and put that puppy out. It's the only thing about these rolls. Don't pack very tight right at the end if you ain't careful. The fire will fall off of them. Okay, took care of that. No fires here. But anyways, I've been on a little over an hour. Well, everybody, thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna turn this thing off, and I've got an old ride lawnmower out here I got to fix, and trying to make $1 or $2. Y'all have a great day, and maybe I'll get back on a little while tonight. I don't know. Just depends. I may have a job to do this afternoon because one of my buddies went to help him do a little work at his house. He said he didn't know whether he'd get home in time or not. That's yet to be seen. Anyways, guys, y'all take it easy, and as always, have a good one, and can't wait to talk to y'all again. Peace out.